Hi guys. I am going to read an excerpt from my Fated Mate story, Abducted by Magic, that I co-authored with Kelly McCracken. I'll just wait until some people get on. Hi, Sarah. So the story that I co-authored with Kelly McCracken, it's our Guardians of Magic. Ooh, I gotta turn the heat down. I'm downstairs in our basement and it gets really cold, and all of a sudden it got really hot. Either that or it's my nerves making me sweat right now. I don't like doing live videos. I'm not a fan. And the weird thing is I majored in communications and my background is television, and I don't like to be in front of the camera at all. Abducted by Magic is book 1 in the Guardians of Magic series, and it's a reverse harem with 4 sexy gargoyle shifters that are obviously Guardians of Magic. The excerpt that I'm going to read is from chapter 1, and I'm only going to read a small portion of it because it is kind of lengthy. And because I don't want to give too much away. Even though I'm sure if you hunted it down, you could find more about this story. Passing a darkened doorway of a business long closed for the night, I jumped as a body plowed into me. What the hell? Teetering on my already sore feet, I was about to shove the obviously drunk person away when gravity did the job for me. Realizing it was a girl, I held on to her and lowered her to the ground, her dead weight too much for me to hold up on my own. Strands of damp purple hair clung to her face. I smoothed her hair away so I could get a better look at her. She looked no older than 20. Where the hell were her friends? How could they let her leave the bar this wasted and without a coat? Her whole body was trembling. Are you okay? I asked. She blinked at me and her lips moved, but all that broke free were wheezing gasps. There was no way she was drunk. I ran my hands over her body, searching for any sign of injury. I paused when I slipped over something warm and sticky. Lifting my hand away, my stomach flipped at the sight of crimson staining my palm and fingers. Oh my God! I forced my shaking hand over her wound, trying to slow the blood draining from her body. Help! I screamed, scanning the street for anyone that might walk by. I gauged the distance to the bar, cursing the cold night that had kept the bouncers inside. I would only need to leave her for a minute. I was about to lay her down when she finally spoke. Stay, she wheezed. There isn't enough time. You need an ambulance. There was so much blood. Moisture traced a trail down my cheeks. I couldn't let her die in my arms. I had to do something. I'll only be a minute. I promise. I'll come right back. With more strength than she should have had, her hand gripped my wrist. Dying. You're not going to die. Hang in there. I balanced her on my lap and dug through my purse for my phone. Listen. Why the hell did I have so much shit in my purse? I didn't even use half of it. Letting out a frustrated growl, I tossed the contents on the ground. Her fingers flexed around my wrist again, causing me to gasp in pain. Listen. I couldn't look away from the torment in her eyes, even though everything inside me screamed to ignore her and call for help. Something made me wait. What if she was trying to tell me who did this to her? If these were the last words she spoke, I owed it to her to let her speak. Sorry, she wheezed, then choked out a wet cough. Guardians will help you. She coughed again. Do what they say. She had to be hallucinating. None of this made sense. Why would her guardians help me? I don't understand, I asked. Promise, she pleaded. I promise. I didn't understand what she was rambling about, but it was obviously important to her. At this point, I would tell her whatever she wanted to hear. I released a relieved breath when my hand closed over my phone. I was about to swipe my finger over the screen when it flew out of my hand. What the hell? I glanced down at the girl in my arms, her gaze steady and focused on me, her chest rising as falling as she struggled to take each breath. If her hand wasn't gripping my wrist, I would have sworn that she knocked my phone away. It's time. Her lips moved again, but I couldn't understand what she was saying. I leaned closer until my ear was hovering over her mouth. The words she whispered too soft for me to hear. I jerked back when my wrist tingled under her fingers, the prickle increasing to a steady burn. I tried to twist my wrist out of her grasp, but I might as well have been fighting against a vice. Heat pulsed up my arms, spreading through my body. My breath halted in my lungs as electricity fired through my veins. So that is all that I'm going to share for now. And Kelly is going to be on next week, and she's going to share an excerpt. I don't know if it's going to be the rest of this scene, if it's going to be a little smexy scene that we have going on with our main character, Kat, and one of our gargoyles. It'll be a mystery until she comes on. Even I won't know what she's going to do. So since I only have Sarah watching right now and there's no questions, this was like the easiest video that I've ever had to do, and probably the shortest. I think this probably went 5 minutes, and I don't even know if I read slow. I'm a fast talker, so I could have actually zipped through that, and you might have to play it back in slow motion to understand a word that I rambled. Not to mention the fact that I forgot to bring alcohol down here for this video, because usually that's what helps me get through it. But since there are no questions and nobody's on, then I am going to head out. Make sure that you click the link in the comments, or actually it's not in the comments, it's in the post. That will take you to Amazon, and you can pre-order it. It's only 99 cents, and there are some really amazing stories in this box set. This book will eventually release on its own, but I can't guarantee that you'll get it for 99 cents along with 22 other stories. $1 is cheaper than what I spend for a Starbucks coffee. And yes, I am guilty of spending $6 on a cup of coffee, because some days I need it, especially with the unrealistic deadline that I have set for myself to finish 3 book series in 1 year. So if you have any questions, you can put them in the comments, and I can always come back later and answer them for you. I am going to get back to writing so that I can finish the next book in the series. Talk to you later. Bye.